Okay, lovelies, I'm back. I canceled the first one because it was the lighting was going in and out, in and out, in and out, and I get tired of trying to deal with lighting issues and all that crap. Um, welcome to Be So Light. uh, we have to just keep going. I'm trying to keep going, you guys. It's crazy. So I'm still going in and out of underworld. Just finished having chit chat meeting. And so now I'm hopping on here to try to do this. And then I have to call a friend back and chit chat with her and squeeze everything in before I have to go do other stuff today. So I'm still having the effects of the underworld. Um, Last night it was kind of just going in and out of different portals. Um, I feel like I'm being, what is the word I want to use? I feel different. And tell me if you are experiencing this. And I'm hearing these low humming, staticky sounds, which are frequency sounds. I can hear when they're turning it up, when they're turning it down. And then all I have to do is watch the behavior of people and how they're acting. When I hear that, hold on, just can't have peace. When I hear that, I know that the frequency is ramping up. So I just kind of pay attention to that. So remember when I said after they did the testing, pay attention for the next 3 days. And I would stretch it out until the whole weekend because you're gonna start seeing weird stuff. Okay, so the underworld, I'm going in, getting info, coming out, I'm integrating. And I was just kind of walking with Anubis last night in Dream World, but it was kind of like we were walking, but really weren't talking. It was like he was just showing me things, little glimpse of stuff. And then that was it, and I was back. And I said, okay, let me remember that, what I saw. Just, it's kind of like pictures. He was showing me picture stuff, things to come. Picture, 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 picture. And it was kind of like he was giving me this message of remember it's all the game of illusion, how they want you to see things. Remember that. I said, okay. So when I'm hearing those frequencies and that static, it's like a low static that's going on. I can hear it. And then there's times when I can hear when they turn it off, you don't hear anything. There's no sound, no nothing. And it's just clear. It's just nothing. Nothing's happening. And I'm like, okay. So let me know in the comments if you're hearing this static white noise sound. Also, let me know, depending on where you're located at, if you're hearing the so called trumpet sounds, vibrational sounds. So here's the thing on this, there's two things happening with that. There's the contraction of the filament that is causing this expansion and releasing because it's not holding like it used to. So also when certain starships come in, they they can only come in down so far in certain parts, depending on the ones that are coming here to aid and assist. Now we are getting help from the other side. Okay. I am sick and tired of other people coming on here saying that, oh, nobody's helping us. Bull crap. We're getting that because mother put that call out. So when she put that call out, we're getting that response. Okay. It's coming from alliances who are not a part of the darker agenda. Okay. Let's just get it correct on that. So the frequencies when it's expanding and when things are hitting, you can hear that. And then the people are talking about the trumpet sounds and boom sounds. Now I've heard the boom sounds a day before we were going to have the testing. I kept hearing the boom sound over on this area. And it would be like, first I would hear the jets. And I said, oh, it's the jets doing their thing. But then it was like, no, they already passed. And then there was this sonic boom, boom. And I was like, okay, yeah, that don't sound right. So, so there is a lot of different things happening in dimensions above us because we're suspended in the middle. Okay, you have to remember that. There's some water wave frequencies above us as well as below us. We're in the middle. So we're receiving it and we're hearing. Sorry, I'm sweating because I told you I can hear it when they turn it up. And also, divine light workers, when you go on and you're talking and you're doing your teachings for your people on your different platforms, and you notice when you get online and you start talking, you start to sweat for no reason. That's a part of the so-called, trying to mess with you stuff. Just keep it going. Just keep doing your thing. Keep your liquids next to you. Don't consent to it and just keep it moving. Because as we keep raising the frequency up within ourselves and establishing that, there's going to be more of that energy trying to interfere with you. Hence the word why I keep my crown covered. Okay. I'm getting my info, but I'm also protecting myself, so that other energies don't be messing with me. Um, so in and out with that energy is pretty much what I'm still doing, and I'm integrating it. So that's where I am with that right now. And I am just like, was super, super tired last night. I was very, very sleepy. Just wanted to sleep. I slept in until about 10:30. I just had to get more sleep. And it's like I was in this place of I just want peace and quiet. I don't want anybody disturbing me. It was a really weird type of thing. I wanted nothing but peace and quiet. So when 9 o'clock hits and it's time to get rest, everything is so interesting because I watch the cats and we're getting settled in. And we're, getting in. I have my routine that I do and settled in, and it's peace and quiet. But yet and still, I hear the shh, and then started hearing the chanting again last night when I laid down. And I said, okay, I'm getting ready to go. And then went pictures. Then it came back and I was like, oh, okay, got that info. And, went to sleep and slept all the way through until 5 o'clock. Again, woke up and it was kind of interesting. Kitty was doing the same thing again, but this time I didn't let her in. I'm like, no, I'm sleeping. She only did it once. And I said, no, I'm sleeping. And she stopped. Oh, Maine Coon cats are so beautiful. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're very smart, smart cats. Very, very smart. And I love that about them. So I'm going to go ahead and do a read on this, but please, please, please let me know wherever you are in the world, what you're hearing. Put it here in the group. And I am going to be working on redoing the Patreon. Now, this is funny. I got an email from them because it's set up. I just haven't activated it. And they're saying, oh, we updated all this, blah, blah, blah. And it's all new things on here. Check it out. And I'm like, so they already know what's coming down the pike. They already know that all these platforms are going to be so police to the point to where you're on here, you can't be on here anymore like you used to. Most of us, most of the other light workers have taken themselves off of this platform, or you're not seeing them anymore. They left like maybe a year or two or so ago. They are gone. And it's just kind of time to evolve and move to a higher place of benevolent light, and people that are that have their energy together to allow you to be where you want to be, okay, and to do what you want to do. So that's why you're going to have to start being members of certain platforms, building a community, a communication that way. Even on Signal, I have two groups on Signal, and we still can't do like the full on video. I have to load up a video outside and then post it there, to in order to anchor a video there. But the main thing is you have to you still can leave audio, you still can communicate there in a group, and you still can have a group forum. So I'm totally open. I'm not open to Discord. I'm not down with Discord. Discord is too off the craziness. It's Discord for a reason. Yeah, it's disorganized. You can't. I know they did some improvements and stuff. I just didn't like it. It's just too complicated to try to have things in there. It's really complicated. Now, red pill or blue pill, whichever one that was doing it, one of those two, did some kind of teaching about it, and uh, it just really didn't stick with me very well. It was like, it's too complicated. I like things to be in simplicity as well. If it's simple for me, it's going to be simple for others to get in and do and be. We don't need any more complications. So if you know other platforms or stuff that are out there, Odyssey, we're not going to be able to do that one. Rumble's already infiltrated. Notice how I'm saying it. Live from the human aspect. This is CIA report. It has been infiltrated. Everything has been infiltrated. I've always wanted to do that. Everything's been infiltrated. If you are not a human being, it's infiltrated. We're having a live report here in the world of humanism, of being a human being. Excuse me, what is it like to be human? I don't know. It sucks right about now, but we're still going to keep lifting into our ascension process. And we're still going to keep shining our light. Oh, look, a xenomorph. Anyway, take crap. I gotta have a little fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Anyway, let me step into this, and we're going to take a look at the guiding light information. And I probably should pull. Hold on a second. I probably should pull a portal card and get that in place. And oh, so much work. If I would have known I was going to have to work this hard to be a human being on this planet, I definitely would have picked a different timeline to come into. Anyway, here we go. Oh, God, help me. Okay, I'm going to go also do the portal P cards. And then let me look at the galactic one. So, okay, so we have the eclipse on the 14th. Okay, so that is next Saturday. So we got a week of craziness to go through before we go into that, and then that's going to be and it's really interesting that the eclipse is happening on my signature, on my galactic signature. Ah, White Renaissance wizard guided by death. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Yes, please. What do? What do? So the annual solar eclipse is going to be on the new moon. Oh, that should be loads of fun. We should be like, for sure, we're doing a water ceremony, prayer water ceremony on that day. And yeah, I'm going to be in Shasta on the 13th. So yeah, got work to do. Okay, so let's take a look at portal energy also. These are kind of really interesting the way I designed them. I was just kind of goofing off when I made these. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to make 13 key portal cards. Felt inspired. Didn't take me long. I just made them really simple, but they've been very accurate. They're very on point. I'm like, wait a minute, did they get that card today? What happened in UK? Okay. Oh, that's one. That's two. Oh, and here is. Okay. So I pulled four cards. The first one is key number 7, and it is India, crown chakra, law of wisdom. India. So there's some energy we need to watch for in India. Okay. Second key portal is the cosmic earth gateway. Still dealing with the heart chakra, the law of love, key 13. Okay. Third one is the soul star, law of evolution, key number 9, Greece. What's going on in Greece? Everybody remember these. Okay, pay attention. These are portals that are hot and active. Then the last one is the divine blueprint, DNA code, and then the manifestation body code. So this is one of those ace cards. When you get this, that's being activated. So I know this is coming in with a lot of the golden light and the diamond white light. Those two are intertwined, coming in and hitting the earth and bringing in those higher frequency light code of activation through our body. So it's really going to be targeting that blueprint, the DNA code, and the manifestation body codes. So these are the ones that are going to be watchful for this weekend for sure. Okay, India and Greece. What's going on over there? What's going on? Anybody close to those areas, please let me know what's happening over there. Leave it down in the chat box. Okay, so I've already pulled, and I'm going to pull from the divination of the ancient ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull a crystal one. Okay. Oh, vibrational match. You are sending out new signals that are bringing forward positive new experiences. And that's a 10. Vibrational match. I like that. Oh, dice. The gamble. Roll of the dice. What is the dice energy saying? The roll of the dice. What's the gambling energy behind that? And then we have the inner queen, goddess Persephone, and the ruby. I like working with ruby energy. And the code on this is the 888 code. Ruby energy is really nice. Now, another stone I really like working with is garnet. And my garnet, sitting on my altar here, love, love, love working with this garnet. Now, I was really lucky when I went into it was a crystal and beads shop off of Douglas Boulevard. Right there in the shopping center where Sprouts is. It's a crystal beads shop store. Um, Nice store. If you haven't been in there, you got to go in there. She is on her A game. She has all this wonderful crystals. She's got a lot of different cards to choose from. She's got candles in there. I remember when I first went in, I'm getting ready to do this. I can't help myself. When I first started going in there, it was just a lot of beads, and I was always getting beads and things. If I wasn't getting it from there, I was getting my beads from another bead shop that was next to Elia's off of Watt Avenue. So I would go all the way over there. But she had beads and everything here. But then I noticed that she was starting to carry crystals, and she was bringing crystals in. And then when we were all going through all the mishap and all the junkiness 3 years ago, and then she was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," and I said, "Stay, don't close, don't do anything. You're going to be just fine." She's so successful. She is doing so good. And her place is just rocking, rocking, literally rocking with beautiful stones. And I got this stone here. And what was so unique about this one, it has like I might not be able to capture it. Where is it? It has like a little fire star. I think it's right here. There it is. Right there. Can you see it? Every time I move it, it right there. Right there, right there. So I fell in love with it. And when you're looking for stones, when one just gravitates towards you, it wants to work with you. And it will stay with you as long as it needs to stay with you until it's time for it to move on to someone else. Or if it wants to just stay with you, it wants to stay with you. Okay. And if it just disappears on its own, it's because it needed to disappear on its own. But when you're looking for good crystals, just always look at the way it makes you feel and how it vibrates. And when you work with your stones, I've taught you all before how you turn things on. Same if you're wearing them, you got to turn it on. Okay, tap, tap, tap. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Push up on the seven, turns your crystal on. If you push down, it turns it off. So push up on it. That's for all of your crystals. Don't just assume that your crystal's just on. It's probably on one level, but if you want full access to it, that's how you turn it on. All right. So I'm always sharing some tidbit. And then I remember when I was in Shasta, and this was like maybe about 2 or 3 years back. And he had went to the gym fair in Tucson. And I remember when he brought all the things back, and I always show up right when people get back from Tucson. Okay. And I said, "Did you go to Tucson?" "Oh, yes, I got my things. I'm just unboxing them right now. And I just put some new things out." And I remember walking in the back, and he had these for only $10. He had only so many of them. He put them in a box and he had them for $10. I was like, "Did you price this right?" He goes, "Yeah, I know. Isn't it good? This is still, isn't it?" I go, "This is quartz." He goes, "Yeah, it's quartz all the way through." I said, "But it's engraved." He goes, "Yeah, I know. I know." I said, "But I love it." He goes, "I know you love it. Are you going to buy it?" I go, "Of course I'm going to buy it. Are you crazy? It'd be silly to pass up something like this for $10." They didn't stay, those didn't stick around long. These were like, it's kind of like timing. You got to be in timing. Now, this week, on Friday, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a gym fair in Sacramento off of Scottish Rites building. So you might want to be checking that out if you haven't checked it out yet, to go to the gym fair there. And I was teaching about when you, let me see if I can, I might use this. Okay, this is a obsidian titanium. Okay, and this is like the um, titanium, rainbow titanium covering. Now I can put my fingernail on here and scrape across, and it's not going to leave a scrape. Okay, that's how you know that this is a legit um, bonding. Okay, some of the stones you got to be watchful. Some people are out there not being true, making these aurora crystals, and they put a painting on it. They just put some kind of shellacking glittery like paint on it. And then when you're touching it, it's kind of, you got to pay attention because if it's kind of sticky, that's a paint. That's not the actual type gold, silver, and platinum bonding to that stone. Okay. It shouldn't come off that easy because they run it at such a high temp to get that action to bond. And sometimes what happens when they're bonding those particular things onto a quartz crystal, it can shatter the quartz. So that's why they're a little pricey, and that's why you don't really get huge, big pieces of it. So just pay attention when you're out at the gym fair and you're looking at things. Pay attention to the quality of it before you buy it, and then ask that stone and feel it. Really pay attention because let's just face it, there are just some people who are just not honest. They don't have integrity and they're all about the money and that's all they care about. And they're all about trickery to get you to buy their stuff because they don't want to be true. They want to say they have something, but they're not being true about the quality of what they're selling. So, and if you're out there, make sure you get your beautiful pieces of labradorite. Now, you can't go wrong with lab. Okay, you cannot go wrong. The bigger the flash, honey, the better the stone. That's what I say. The bigger the flash. I love the flashes on the stones. And Labby is all about that magic. Okay, it's all about that magic energy. So you got to do that. You're probably saying, how is she reaching for all this? Because I have a big altar next to my bed that has a whole bunch of crystals and stuff on it. And this one, I remember when I got this. This one I got in Shasta also. But look, you can see the owl. See the owl right there? I love it. It's so cool. Sitting right there. Hi. Ooh. Anyway, just sharing some tidbits so when you feel inspired to go and get things, make sure you're getting good quality points. Make sure you're getting things that you know that you can really work with. Okay, this is one. I know I got this one in Shasta. And a lot of times when I get things in Shasta, it's because it's already coated. It's got Shasta coating vibes and things. So, but you're probably saying, why are you so into crystals? I'll tell you why I'm into them. It's a part of Mother. It's a part of her communication. It's part of her plasmic light. This is liquid light. This is connection. It's in everything. It's in our TVs. It's in our cell phones. It's in everything. They really do harvest a lot of crystals to do the communication. So when it's in your cell phone, it's a part of technology. It's in your TV, part of technology. It's in your home when you have your little granite countertops. Is all in there. Quartz crystal is all in your granite um, stone type of tables. All of that is all in there. So it's not like you can just say, "Oh well, we can't deal with crystal." Honey, you've been dealing with crystal. If you got a cell phone, you got a crystal. There you go. But crystals, I love the way they make me feel. I love using them in all my healing work. This one's already humming. And I love just being able to work with them. And there's so many different things you can do, especially with the point one. Now, the vocal ones, those are the ones, if you come across a nice vocal crystal, you want to get that because those are getting harder and harder to get now. And they're not as easy to get. Oops, I dropped something. Okay. They're not as easy to get, but I even have a copper one. And I got this from the crystal store on Douglas, Crystals and Bead. They had the copper. Okay, so I talked about that. I'm still integrating a lot of information that I've been getting. And this is around my time of the season anyway, because I'm such a winter solstice person. And oh yeah, you guys look up the trailer called Beehive. No, Beekeeper with Jason Statham, I think Statham. I'm sorry, Jason. Um, Jason. Check that out. Check out that trailer. And when I was watching it, it was like information to say what is coming for next year. Because remember, they put everything in movies. Okay, how they're going to do it. One of the movies you have to go watch on Tubi. Okay, check it out. It's called Residential Evil Vendetta. It's an animation. Okay, it's on Tubi. Go into the first 49 minutes of it. Unless you're going to go ahead and watch it great. I like anything by Residential Evil because it's actually what's happening right now. So, but I want you to go and check this out. Go into it. Go into 49 minutes or maybe 48 minutes right there into the movie and watch how she's sitting there and she's talking about the three ways of how they activated this residential thing, the virus residential in the movie, how they activated it. And tell me if that doesn't make you go, hmm? If it doesn't make you go, what? If it doesn't make you go, hmm. If it doesn't make you go, you gotta be kidding me. If it doesn't make you go, WF. If it doesn't make you go, get ready because it's gonna make you do all that. Because I was sitting there and I'm just kind of like doing my thing. I'm trying to do some research, and I hear her, she's talking, and it's kind of like this. It's one of those moments, like I'm like making some notes in a book, and I'm listening, and then I hear it, and I go, and then I go, wait, go back, and then I sit there, and I'm like, because it was right on point, and I said, yeah, they tell us what they're gonna do before they do it. So, but go and watch that, and you're gonna see how this is really the info is like crazy dead on. Is so weird. I kid you not. So, but I want you to take a look at that, and then I want you to bring up the trailer on the beekeeper, and I want you to pay attention to the words he's saying because it's what he said. He says they call me in when I need to bring the truth up, when things need to get exposed. I was just like, oh, he's the beekeeper, the beekeeper. Oh my God. And then I got goosebumps just when I said that. And then when they flashed on when it was coming out, I felt I couldn't believe it. It's coming out on my birthday. I was like, oh, now guess where I'm going to be? Sitting in a theater watching the beekeeper. But if you pay attention to the trailer, they're already telling you what next year is all about. What's going to be coming down the pike next year. Okay. So the game is how can you stay ahead of the game and not buy into the storylines and still stay in your purpose, stay in what you're doing, and not getting caught up in a lot of timeline dramas that are distracting you. Okay? We're all going to be working on these things. And it's really easy to just jump right off and just jump into something and say, I'm going to do this right now. And then it turned out to be not a good job. You want to cultivate this. You want to plan it out. You want to make your move in silent. You don't want anybody else to know what you're doing. You just want to kind of move silently through the mist. But yet you're very visual, yet you hear very clearly, but you're moving very silently through the mist. And you see you coming, but they don't see you coming. That's how you want to play. So, thank you so much for being a part of Be So Light. I am going to work on the rest of the Patreon, taking a look and trying to revamp it and resetting it because I want the community to continue on a platform where we can be free to be with each other and talk and how we want to talk and share things and not be stifled and not be told that we can't communicate. I don't know what planet they think they're on, but last I checked, this was Earth and we have divine sovereign free will here. But for some reason, these beings keep thinking they can take our free will away. I don't think so. Maybe that's why it's called the silent war. We're fighting silently. Sometimes you hear a little bit of a scuffle, sometimes you don't. And then you're watching these things play out. And you're sitting here saying, why can't this be like Boondock Saints? They just go in, pow, 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 eliminate the problem, do a prayer over your ass, put a couple coins on your butt, and it's over with. They do it with class. They get rid of the problem, and they put coins on your eyeballs, and they say a little prayer over you after they take your ass out. I don't understand what's all the, you're sitting back, what the bad person's doing, and you're trying to dive in and out of different timeline portals and get ahead of the game. Why don't you just eliminate it? I don't understand. What's so hard about that? Do you need to call John Wick in? Do you need to call the Boondock Saints in for backup? I'm not sure, but I'm just saying. Sometimes we just need to get rid of some of the energy that's not supposed to be here. We need to help it along. Now. I'm just talking about movies. That's all I'm doing. I love Boondock Saint as well as John Wick. I'm just saying. They know what to do. There's a problem, get rid of it. And it looks like the beekeeper is going to be added in the mix. It ought to be a very good year next year. There should not be any problems next year. All right, lovelies. I gotta go. Mhm. And I will chit chat with all of you tomorrow and let you know where I went again in the underworld. But thank you so much for being part of Be So Light. Be so light. Be your light. Much love to you. Bye, darlings.